This is Heliox, where evidence meets empathy. Independent, moderated, timely, deep, gentle, clinical, global, and community conversations about things that matter. Breathe easy. We go deep and lightly surface the big ideas.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we are going deep on perimenopause.
Ooh, perimenopause.
It's something that you might be thinking about for yourself.
Yeah?
Maybe for someone you know. Or maybe you're just curious about this stage of life.
Yeah, for sure.
But whatever brought you here, get ready. Because we are going way beyond the usual hot flashes and mood swings today.
We are diving into some really cool new research. A study that was just published this month in NPJ Women's Health.
Okay.
And what's really interesting about this study is that it followed a massive group of women.
Okay.
Over 4,400.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
And they started following them all the way back when they were 30.
Okay, so much younger than you normally think about with perimenopause.
Exactly. Way younger than most of the research that we have focuses on.
So this is going to give us a really interesting new perspective.
It really is.
Okay, I am intrigued. So what's our mission for today?
Okay, so imagine you're a woman in your early 40s. You've always thought of perimenopause as something that women in their 50s deal with. But lately, you've been noticing some changes in your cycle.
Right.
Maybe some unexpected symptoms are popping up.
Okay.
This deep dive is all about giving you the knowledge to understand what might be happening.
Yes.
And why it matters.
I love that. It's like we're giving our listeners a roadmap for this whole perimenopause journey.
Exactly.
And heads up, might be starting earlier than you think.
Yeah, that was one of the most surprising things that this research found.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But, before we really jump in, I think it's important to kind of clear up some of the confusion around the terms menopause and perimenopause.
Right, because I think a lot of people use them interchangeably.
They do. They're actually very distinct phases.
Okay.
So menopause is technically just that one day, your final period.
Gotcha.
Period.
Literally.
Literally, exactly. But perimenopause is the whole transition leading up to that point.
Okay.
And it can last for years.
Years. Okay. See, that is really helpful because I think a lot of people, myself included, probably think like, oh, I don't need to worry about this for another decade or so. But if perimenopause can start earlier, then we need to be paying attention to what our bodies are telling us much sooner.
Absolutely. And this study used a very rigorous medical definition to make sure that they were really capturing the full spectrum of these perimenopausal experiences. So the findings are incredibly relevant and reliable.
So no more brushing off those weird symptoms.
Nope.
It's all about knowing what to look for and when to seek guidance.
Exactly. And one of the most fascinating things this study found was that a significant number of women, over half of those in their early 30s, were already reporting moderate to severe perimenopausal symptoms.
In their 30s.
In their 30s.
That is blowing my mind a little bit. I know we said it can start earlier, but I think a lot of people, myself included, kind of associate it with the late 40s or 50s.
Yeah, that's the common assumption. But, this research really shows that the experience can be so much more diverse. While the average age of onset is around 47, individual timelines can vary a lot.
So ladies, don't dismiss potential symptoms just because you think you're too young.
Exactly.
Our bodies are constantly changing.
Yeah.
Perimenopause is a part of that natural process.
Absolutely. It's all about being attuned to your own body's signals.
Yes.
And knowing that there's no right or wrong age for these changes to begin.
Okay, this is already eye-opening stuff.
It is.
Now let's talk about those symptoms themselves. I'm dying to know what this massive study revealed about what women are actually experiencing.
So the study really focused on those symptoms that were most associated with a doctor-diagnosed perimenopause. It's really fascinating because it highlights the specific issues that are actually driving women to seek medical help.
Okay, drum roll, please.
All right.
What made the top of the list?
Changes in the menstrual cycle.
Okay.
Hot flashes.
Yeah.
Vaginal dryness.
Okay.
And even heart palpitations.
Oh, wow. Heart palpitations.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised about the hot flashes and the cycle changes, but heart palpitations.
Yeah.
That one seems a little out of left field.
It does seem a little unexpected. But it actually makes sense when you consider the hormonal shifts that are happening during perimenopause.
Yeah.
Those shifts can affect everything from your cardiovascular system to your sleep patterns.
It's amazing how interconnected everything is.
It really is.
And it really shows how important it is to look at the whole picture.
Yeah.
Not just the stereotypical symptoms.
Absolutely. And you know what's really interesting is that mood-related symptoms, like anxiety and depression, didn't actually make it into the top reported symptoms.
Wait, really? I always thought those were like hallmark perimenopause experiences. I'm a little skeptical.
I understand your skepticism.
Okay.
It's a common misconception. There are a few possible explanations for this. It could be that women aren't connecting those mood changes to perimenopause, or they might be hesitant to bring them up.
Right. There's still so much stigma around mental health.
Yeah.
It can be hard to talk about those things.
For sure.
Especially in a medical setting.
Absolutely. And keep in mind, mood changes can have a lot of different causes.
Yeah.
So it can be really tricky to isolate perimenopause as the sole culprit.
Okay.
But, you know, this finding definitely raises some really important questions about how we approach mental health during this transition.
So if you're listening and you are feeling anxious or down, know that you are not alone.
Yeah.
And there are resources available to help you.
That's such a great point, and I think it's a perfect segue into our next topic.
I'm all ears. What's next on our perimenopause adventure?
Wait, you know, we've been talking about these individual symptoms, but one thing that really struck me about this study is the way it challenged how we define perimenopause as a whole. You know, it's not just a light switch that flips on. Yeah. It's more like a dimmer switch with this gradual transition. Okay. That's different for every woman.
That's such a great analogy.
Yeah.
And I think it really helps explain why there's so much variation in when symptoms start and how intense they are.
Totally.
Some women sail through with barely a bump and others feel like they're on a roller coaster.
Exactly. And this study really emphasizes that perimenopause is not an event. Yeah. It's a process. Okay. The researchers found that even though the average age of women seeking medical help for perimenopause was around 47, a good chunk of those in their 30s and early 40s were already talking to their doctors about symptoms.
That's huge.
It is.
Because it means we need to start having these conversations a lot earlier. We can't wait until women are in their late 40s to start educating them about what to expect and how to manage those changes.
Early education is key.
Yes, it is.
It really empowers women to make informed decisions about their health and well-being. Yeah. Even before they're in the thick of it.
So what do you think are some of the biggest knowledge gaps?
Oh, that's a great question.
Or misconceptions that we as a society need to address about perimenopause?
Oh, I think one of the most pervasive misconceptions is that it's just about hot flashes and mood swings. Right. And while those can be common symptoms, they're only a small part of the picture.
Right. We already talked about the wide range of symptoms from cycle changes, sleep disruptions, to vaginal dryness and those surprising heart palpitations.
Exactly. And it's so important to remember that the intensity and duration of those symptoms can vary so much from woman to woman. Totally. There's no one-size-fits-all experience here.
Another misconception I hear a lot is that perimenopause is this sign of aging and decline. Which is just such a negative and, frankly, outdated view.
I know it is. Perimenopause is a natural biological transition. Yes. Not a disease or a deficiency. It's a time of life that brings unique challenges, for sure, but it also presents opportunities for growth. Yes. Self-discovery and even empowerment.
I love that. Yep. It's about embracing this new chapter.
Yes.
Not fearing it.
Absolutely. Okay, so going back to the study, one of the things they looked at was whether certain symptoms were more common in different age groups. Okay. And they found some really fascinating patterns that highlight how perimenopause kind of unfolds over time.
Ooh, I'm all about patterns.
I know you are.
Spill the tea. What did they find?
So those infamous hot flashes, they tended to be most common in women between 51 and 55, which lines up with what we were saying earlier about those late perimenopausal years when estrogen levels are really fluctuating.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like estrogen's having its grand finale.
Right.
And hot flashes are the unintended side effect.
Yeah, exactly. But what about those mood-related symptoms?
Oh, yeah.
Like the anxiety and the depression?
Did those follow a similar pattern?
Interestingly, no. Those seem to peak a little earlier.
Oh, okay.
In the 41 to 45 age group.
That is interesting. Why do you think that might be?
Well, it's complex.
Right.
And more research is definitely needed to fully understand it. But it could be that the specific hormonal changes happening earlier in perimenopause are more likely to trigger mood-related symptoms.
Okay.
Plus, you've got all those other life stressors that tend to hit women in their 40s.
Oh, yeah.
Like career changes, family demands, maybe even caring for aging parents.
It's a lot to handle.
It's a lot. It's like a perfect storm of hormones and life events. It's a good reminder that perimenopause doesn't happen in isolation. It's interwoven with all these other aspects of our lives.
So true. So those mood changes, if you're experiencing them, they're not just in your head.
Right.
They're likely a combination of biological and environmental factors. So be kind to yourself.
Yes.
And seek support if you need it.
Absolutely. And remember, it's temporary.
Yes.
The study also found that overall symptom severity, as measured by the Menopause Rating Scale, or MRS, tends to peak in that same 51 to 55 age group, and then improves significantly after menopause.
That's reassuring.
It is. It reminds us there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, so we've been talking about the MRS a lot.
Yes.
And it's this common tool doctors use to assess the severity of perimenopausal symptoms. But this study actually raised some questions.
It did.
About whether it's the most accurate way to determine if someone is actually in perimenopause.
Right. And here's where it gets a little technical.
Okay.
The MRS asks about a whole range of symptoms.
Yeah. But it doesn't specifically ask about changes in the menstrual cycle. Oh, it seems like kind of a big thing to leave out.
It does. And as we've already established, those cycle changes are kind of the hallmark of perimenopause.
Yeah, like trying to diagnose a cold without asking if someone has a runny nose.
Exactly. So while the MRS can be helpful for gauging symptom severity, it really needs to be considered alongside other factors, like those all-important cycle changes, hormonal levels, and your overall health history.
So it's a piece of the puzzle.
Yes.
But not the whole picture.
Exactly. And I think this finding really highlights the importance of advocating for yourself and having open and honest conversations with your doctor.
Right.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. Request specific tests. Share all the details of your experience.
Yeah.
Your doctor can't help you if they don't have the full story.
Totally. So we've established that tracking your cycle is crucial.
Yes.
Any changes in regularity, flow, or duration could be a sign that you're entering perimenopause. But this study also found that those cycle changes themselves can actually amplify the severity of other symptoms.
They can. They analyze the MRS scores based on these different cycle symptom categories.
Okay.
Like irregular cycles, a 60-day absence of a period, and a full 12-month absence, which usually signals menopause.
Gotcha.
And what they found was that women experiencing those cycle changes had significantly higher MRS scores.
Oh, wow.
Even if they hadn't hit menopause yet.
So even if your overall symptom score isn't super high, those cycle changes are like a warning sign.
Exactly.
That something's shifting. And those other symptoms might be more impactful than they would be otherwise.
It's all connected.
Right. This is so interesting.
It is.
Now, are you ready to go global with this discussion?
Wait, global. I love it.
This is where it gets even more interesting. Because in the next part, we are going to delve into how ethnicity and geographical location can actually influence the perimenopause experience.
I am so excited.
Listeners, don't go anywhere because this deep dive is about to get even deeper. Okay, so we've covered so much already.
We have.
From symptom timelines to the limitations of the MRS.
Yeah.
But now we're going global.
Ooh, global.
I'm so curious to unpack how ethnicity and where you live can actually play a role in how you experience perimenopause.
I know, it's so fascinating. It's like perimenopause isn't just this universal experience. It's shaped by all these other factors.
Yeah.
From your cultural background to the climate you live in.
Wow.
It really highlights how interconnected our health is with the world around us.
So let's start with ethnicity.
Okay.
I know the study focused primarily on women in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
But did they find any hints about how perimenopause might differ?
Yeah.
Of women of different ethnicities?
They did acknowledge that research in this area is still evolving, but there are some known differences in how perimenopause manifests across various ethnic groups, even within the U.S.
So, for example, a woman of Asian descent might have a completely different experience than a woman of Hispanic descent.
Exactly.
Even if they live in the same city.
And it's not just about genetics.
Okay.
Cultural factors, access to healthcare, and even dietary habits can all play a role in how perimenopause unfolds.
Okay, so it's like perimenopause is this intricate tapestry.
It is.
Woven from biology, culture, and lifestyle.
Yeah.
What are some examples of those cultural or lifestyle factors that might influence the experience?
Well, diet is a big one.
Okay.
For example, some studies suggest that women who consume a diet rich in soy products might experience fewer hot flashes.
Interesting.
But it's important to note that we need more research to really understand these connections fully.
So maybe loading up on tofu could help. I'm always down for an excuse to eat more tofu.
There you go.
But seriously, it's amazing to think that something as simple as what we eat could impact how we navigate this transition.
It really speaks to the power of lifestyle choices. Now let's talk about those geographical differences.
Okay.
The study mentioned that climate and altitude might play a role as well.
I can totally see how climate could be a factor.
Right.
I mean, if you're already dealing with hot flashes, living in a hot, humid place would probably make them even more intense.
It's like adding fuel to the fire.
Right.
And then on the flip side, women living at high altitudes might be more prone to sleep disturbances because of the changes in oxygen levels.
Wow. It's like perimenopause is this fascinating dance.
It is.
Between our internal biology and the external environment.
Yeah.
It's making me want to travel the world and interview women about their unique experiences.
Oh, that would be an incredible project.
It would.
But for now, I think the key takeaway for our listeners is that perimenopause is not this one-size-fits-all phenomenon. It's shaped by so many different factors, and understanding those nuances can help us approach this stage of life with more awareness and compassion.
Okay, we've learned so much today.
Yeah.
We talked about the difference between menopause and perimenopause.
Yeah.
Unpacked that wide range of symptoms, explored the limitations of the MRS, and even went global to see how ethnicity and geography can influence the experience. But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought-provoking question.
Okay, I love a good thought-provoking question. Lay it on me.
So the study didn't specifically address this.
Okay.
But it got me thinking, how do you think our evolving understanding of perimenopause might impact the workplace?
Oh, that's such a great question. And one that we as a society definitely need to start talking about more as we gain a deeper understanding of the unique challenges and needs of women experiencing perimenopause. I think it's crucial for workplaces to adapt and provide better support.
Absolutely. What kind of support are we talking about?
Well, for starters, things like flexible work schedules could be a game changer for women dealing with these really unpredictable symptoms.
Right, like if you're hit with a sudden hot flash in the middle of a meeting, having that flexibility to just step out for a few minutes could make all the difference.
It really could. And access to reliable information and resources is crucial. So many women are still navigating this transition without the knowledge and support they need.
And let's not forget about creating a workplace culture where women feel comfortable talking about these experiences. It shouldn't be a taboo topic.
I completely agree. It's about fostering an environment of openness and understanding so that women can seek support without fear of judgment or stigma.
I love that vision. It's about creating workplaces that are truly inclusive and supportive of women at all stages of life.
Absolutely. And let's not forget, supporting women's health isn't just the right thing to do. It's also good for business.
It is.
When women feel supported, they're more engaged, they're more productive.
For sure.
And they're more likely to thrive in their careers.
I am so here for that. All right, Deep Divers, that's a wrap for today.
It is.
We hope this journey through the world of perimenopause has been insightful, empowering, and maybe even a little bit life-changing.
Knowledge is power.
It is.
The more we understand about this natural transition, the better equipped we are to navigate it with confidence and support.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep diving deep. Thanks for listening today. 4 recurring narratives underlie every episode: boundary dissolution, adaptive complexity, embodied knowledge, and quantum-like uncertainty. These aren't just philosophical musings, but frameworks for understanding our modern world. We hope you continue exploring our other podcasts, responding to the content, and checking out our related articles at helioxpodcast.substack.com.